Mika, I'm going to ask you something and I need you to look me in the eye when you answer.
Okay, I'm listening. Nikechi, you and your wahala. What is it this time?
How long have you been seeing Adaeza?
What kind of question is that?
The kind that already has an answer. I've watched you for months, Emeka. The way you look at your phone, the way you smile at nothing, that is not a single man's smile.
You don't know what you're talking about.
She's married, Emeka. She has a husband. She has a home.
That marriage is dead, Nkechi. You don't know the full story.
That's what they all say. Every single one of them. The marriage is dead. But the ring is still on her finger, isn't it?
5 years in a borrowed space, loving the smile on another man's face. This kind of love, they carry weight. Some love stories don't just break rules, they break.
I love her. It's not something I planned.
Love doesn't care what you planned, Emeka. But consequences do.
Emeka, what is this?
You know what it is. You've always known where this was going.
We said we would never. You promised me we would never go here. We talked about this so many times before and you said it would never happen.
That was 5 years ago, Ada. 5 years of hiding. 5 years of stolen hours and deleted messages. I'm tired of hiding you like you're something to be ashamed of.
I have a husband, Emeka.
You have a man who sleeps in the same house as you. That is not the same as a husband.
Adeze, sit down.
Chuku, why are you home early?
I want to go and rest.
I don't even know how to begin to pick it up.
Who is Emeka?
What do you mean by that?
I mean this ring?
Where
did you get that?
Answer my question.
Chuku, I can explain.
5 years!
Please, just let me.
I sat in this house. I ate your food. I slept beside you. For 5 years, you have been laughing at me?
I never laughed at you. It was never about disrespecting you.
Then what was it about, Adaeze? Tell me. What did I do to you to make you run to another man's arms for 5 years?
You were never here, Chuku. Not really.
Get out of my house.
5 years in a borrowed space.
Chuku!
I said get out, go to your man. Since you've already chosen.
So it's true.
Mama, what is that?
You love another man's wife. Is this the way I raised you?
Mama, I love her. The marriage was already dead before I came.
Not your decision to make my son.
Nkechi, what happened? Please talk to me, you are shaking so much.
Chuku had an accident.
What?
After he sent Adeze out of the house, he drove off Amadou Bello Way Bridge. They found a note in his pocket.
What? Note?
It had your name on it. And one sentence. Some people destroy you with the love they were never meant to give. God forgive my son. They called me because I was the last person he talked to before the accident.
He called you? Why would he call you?
Because he wanted somebody to know. Person who won't do something dangerous, no, they keep him to himself.
Let him talk.
He say, tell Adaeze say I never stopped trying. After that, he just cut the call.
Where Adaeze there?
Room 14. Since them call her, she never come out from there. You shouldn't be here.
Adaeze.
Not here. Not tonight.
I just needed to know he was alive.
He's alive. I guess God wasn't ready to judge me tonight.
Talk to me, Ada.
What do you want me to say?
Anything. You've been sitting in that room for hours.
With my husband, who drove his car off a bridge because of us.
And so what?
Don't! We caused this pain together. Both of us. He wrote your name, Emeka. What kind of pain makes somebody do that?
The kind of pain that finally sees the truth.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
You're the woman I love.
And that's the problem.
He's stable now. The surgery went well, but he needs rest.
Can I see him?
He's asleep. He's asleep. He won't even know you're there.
Go home, Emeka. Let me be his wife tonight. So what happens now?
I honestly don't know.
After 5 years, you already know the answer.
What are you going to do with it?
Not tonight.
Sometimes even good people still hurt people.
Emeka, let's go home. It's getting late.
Okay.
Emeka, don't kill yourself because of Ada. How is he?
He's stable.
No man should die because of love. Before I married your father, there was another man I loved. I waited years for him. I truly believed he would choose me.
So what happened?
When he married someone else. I survived that kind of love. And later, I found something better. Put that ring away. Not because she's a bad woman, but because love should not destroy everyone around it.
Slowly, his fingers tighten around her.
Ada.
He woke up this morning.
That's good.
I love you, Emeka. But I have to try to fix my marriage.
So this is goodbye.
I know. I'm sorry.
Be happy, Ada. Goodbye.
You too. You too.
And my own heart is shattered now. I don't even know how to begin to pick it up.
Baby crying softly. Rain hitting the hospital window. Maya. Wait. This isn't my baby. Hospital room. Night. A weak young woman, Maya, lies on the hospital bed, sweating after childbirth. A nervous nurse walks in, carrying a newborn baby wrapped in pink cloth. Nurse, congratulations. It's a beautiful baby girl. Maya smiles emotionally with tears in her eyes. Maya, let me hold her. The nurse hesitates for a brief moment before handing over the baby. Maya looks closely at the child. Her smile slowly fades. Maya, no. She checks the baby again. Maya, my daughter had a birthmark on her shoulder. The nurse freezes. Nurse, you're exhausted. That's normal after labor. Maya, no, this is not my baby. Doctors rush inside. Doctor, ma'am, calm down. Maya, you switched my child. Doctor, cold. There's no mistake. But then, an older cleaner standing near the door suddenly speaks. Cleaner, quietly. She's telling the truth. Everybody turns. The room goes silent. What did you say? I saw them take her real baby last night. Maya gasps in horror. What? Get her out of here immediately. They've done this before. The nurse suddenly breaks down crying. I didn't want to do it. Do what? A rich family lost their baby during delivery, and they paid the hospital for yours. Maya screams in shock and tears. Maya, where is my baby? Suddenly, a deep male voice echoes from the hallway. Man, she's alive. Everyone turns. A tall man in a black suit walks slowly into the room carrying a tiny baby wrapped carefully in pink cloth. Maya bursts into tears. My baby! The man steps closer, but his expression remains cold. Man, you were never supposed to find out. Suddenly, everything around Maya begins to fade. The hospital lights flicker. The voices echo strangely. Darkness slowly fills the room. Then, Maya wakes up suddenly from sleep, breathing heavily. She looks around the room in panic. Her baby is peacefully sleeping beside her. Maya quickly carries the baby into her arms, tears forming in her eyes. Maya, thank you, God. Pause. It was just a dream. Maya kisses her baby gently and smiles with relief as moonlight shines softly through the window.
She thought she lost everything, not knowing it was just a dream. Thank you for watching Us22 Studio.
Kelechi, finish that book. Nobody will carry you to school on their back.
Mama, when I grow up, I will build you a house with a real kitchen.
Build your character first. The house will follow.
Oga, the car is ready. Madam Ifeoma is expecting you by 6. Tobenna, you've been with me how long now? 3 years, sir. And in 3 years, you've never once asked me for a raise.
You pay me well if you increase, sir. I don't mind, sir. Don't worry, Tobenna.
Relax, the wedding will happen. I just need him to sign the estate papers first. Yes, everything will be fine.
You, gardener, don't drip water on my rug.
Yes, madam.
Just enough to make him sleep through the signing tomorrow. Madam, what is that?
Mind your business, old woman, or you'll lose this job tonight.
I will lose nothing. But you
you are about to lose everything.
Ifoma, what is in that glass? Meet my mother, Madame Ngozi.
Kelechi, this is not what it looks like.
It looks exactly like what it is. Pack your things. Tonight. Mama, how do I trust anyone again?
You test them the right way. Not with wealth, with the lack of it.
See how they act when there's nothing to gain. I never worked for your money, sir. I worked because you treated me like a man, not a driver. That doesn't change because your account is empty. It's not much, my savings. Start again. I'll drive for you again once you're back on your feet. No pay needed till you can afford it. Keep it, my brother. You've already given me what I needed. Oga, I don't understand. The news said the company... There was no collapse, Tobena. It was a test. And you're the only one who
When money
passed.
comes, stay humble. When it disappears, watch closely.
Mama Ngozi said, watch closely. That's when you learn who really stayed. Subscribe to Us22 Storyline and turn on notifications so you don't miss any story. Thank you for changing my life, Oga. But sometimes I still miss driving you, Sha. Those days don't pass, my brother. You're right, sir. It feels like just last week I was waiting for you at the gate. Time flies when you are doing great work.
Please, I need to speak with Kelechi. Just 5 minutes. I know I don't deserve to be here, but I lost everything after you left me, my job, my reputation. I apologize, truly.
Apology accepted, but I can't accept you back into my life again.
Blind. Go, rebuild your life honestly. That door is closed, but life still has open for you.
Mama Ngozi, I'm truly sorry. Please forgive me.
A driver running operations? At Kelechi's company? Wow. Join me instead. I'll pay you triple. There are many things money can't buy, Chief. Loyalty is one of them. What did you tell him? I came here with nothing but a steering wheel and a prayer. Money can't buy what you've given me. Then it's time I make it official. Partner, not just staff.
You don't know me yet, Kelechi. But I already know the kind of man you are.
I have an appointment. I've been trying to reach your investment team for 3 weeks. This proposal deserves 5 minutes.
Madam, without clearance, I cannot... What's the proposal?
A clean water initiative for rural communities. I've done the research myself. I just need someone willing to listen instead of dismissing me.
I will give you 5 minutes. My office. Now. You developed this entire initiative by yourself?
Nights and weekends. I work as a teacher during the day. This isn't about money for me.
Most people who walk into this building want something for someone else.
You sound different, and I am genuinely impressed. Most people who walk into this building come here wanting something from me, but you seem quite sincere.
Maybe you've just been meeting the wrong people, sir.
You're safe.
That was reckless. You could have been hurt.
Some things are worth the risk.
You've been smiling at your phone all evening. Who is she?
Mama, I only met her a week ago.
Love doesn't ask for permission. Bring her to me. Let me see her with my own eyes.
You are really excited about her, sir. You think so? 100%, sir.
After all these years, I finally found you.
Some discoveries don't happen dramatically. They happen quietly, in the middle of an ordinary afternoon. Irene was clearing out old boxes when she found it. A folded envelope tucked inside a Bible she had never seen opened. Her name, written in handwriting that wasn't her mother's. Inside, a birth certificate. She read it once, then again. The mother's name listed wasn't the woman who raised her. Irene sat on the floor for a very long time, not crying, just trying to remember how to breathe. The hardest person to confront is the one who tucked you in at night. She sat across from her mother at the kitchen table. Same woman, same hands, same voice that had called her name 1,000 times. But now, Irene was seeing her differently, like a photograph slightly out of focus. "Are you okay?" her mother asked. Just tired, Irene replied. She folded her hands in her lap to stop them from shaking. She wasn't ready yet, but the question was already burning through everything. The cruelest secrets are the ones kept by the people closest to you. Irene went to Zara, not with anger, with exhaustion. Did you know? She asked simply. Zara went very still, and that stillness was its own answer. How long? Irene whispered. Zara looked at the floor. Mom told me when I was 17. She made me promise. 17. Irene repeated the word slowly. All those years, all those dinners, all those moments Zara had smiled at her across the table while carrying this. Is that why? Irene asked quietly. Is that why you always felt like I didn't deserve what I had? Zara's eyes filled. She didn't answer, but she didn't deny it either. The truth has a way of arriving from every direction at once. Irene was sitting alone when David called. She almost didn't answer. I need to tell you something, he said, and I should have told you sooner. Her chest tightened. Your aunt, your mother's sister, she contacted me 2 months ago. She said you deserved to know the truth about where you came from. I told her it wasn't my place. Silence. I thought I was protecting you, he said quietly. I was wrong. I made the same mistake I made with Zara. I listened to someone else decide what you could handle. Irene closed her eyes. The man she loved had known, not out of cruelty, out of fear, which somehow made it both easier and harder to hold. I'm not angry, she said finally. You should be, he replied. I know, she said, but I'm too tired. Some conversations change the shape of your entire life. Irene sat her mother down. No raised voice, no accusations. Just the birth certificate placed quietly on the table between them. Her mother looked at it for a long time. Then she looked up, and for the first time in Irene's life, she saw something unfamiliar in that face. Not a stranger, something more complicated than that. A woman who had made a choice decades ago and had spent every day since then loving her way through the consequences. I was going to tell you, she began. When? Irene asked. Her mother had no answer. I don't hate you, Irene said slowly. I want you to know that. But I need to understand who I am. And I can't do that if you keep deciding what I'm allowed to know about myself. Her mother reached for her hand. Irene let her take it, but she didn't squeeze back. Not yet. She wasn't looking for a replacement. She was looking for the missing piece of herself. The name on the birth certificate was Grace. That was all she had. A name, a city, a date. Irene sat at her kitchen table with her laptop open and her tea going cold. She wasn't afraid. She had already survived finding out that her whole story was different than she thought. What was one more truth? She typed the name slowly and pressed search. Some moments you prepare for your entire life without knowing it. It took 3 weeks. A mutual contact, a phone call, a voice on the other end that went silent when Irene said her name. Then, I wondered if this day would ever come. Irene gripped the phone. The voice was soft, slightly unsteady, like someone trying to hold themselves together. I never stopped thinking about you, the woman said, not once. Irene had prepared a list of questions, practiced them, ordered them. Every single one of them disappeared. Instead, she said the only thing that was true. I just needed to know I existed to someone before I became who I am. The woman on the other end began to cry. And for the first time in weeks, so did Irene. She went looking for her mother. What she found was herself. Irene walked home slowly that evening. The sky was doing something quiet and orange above the rooftops. She thought about her mother, the one who raised her, the one whose hands had braided her hair and whose voice had told her she was loved on every hard day. She thought about Grace, the one whose absence had always been a shape she couldn't name. She thought about Zara, broken in ways that had nothing to do with Irene, but had cost Irene everything. She thought about David, who was learning, slowly, how to stop making decisions on her behalf. And she thought about herself, who she had been before all of this, who she was now. She wasn't the girl who needed everyone to tell her she was enough. She had walked through the fire of her own story and come out the other side, not unburnt, but clear. And clarity, she realized, is the most expensive thing a person can earn. She got home, made tea, sat in the quiet, and for the first time in a long time, the quiet didn't feel empty. It felt like hers. But Grace had something else to tell her. Something that explained why the secret was kept so long. Something that involves a name Irene has had her whole life. And when she hears the full truth, everything she thought she had healed from will crack open again.
Part 4 is coming. Comment your country. Follow Us22 Studio because this story is just only the beginning.
Every story has a moment where you realize you were never searching for answers. You were searching for permission. Permission to stop carrying what was never yours. Permission to finally put it all down. Irene was about to get that permission, but it would cost her one last thing. The second conversation is always harder than the first. The first time you speak to someone you've missed your whole life, emotion carries you. The second time, reality shows up. Grace called on a Tuesday morning. Her voice was steadier this time, prepared. There's something I didn't tell you, she said. Something I should have said the moment you found me. Irene sat down slowly. I have a son, Grace said. He's 24. His name is Samuel. The room tilted slightly. He knows about you, Grace continued. He's known for 2 years. He wanted to find you. I asked him to wait until you found me first. Irene pressed her hand flat against the table to feel something solid. A brother. Somewhere in the world this whole time. A brother. Some people feel familiar before you even know why. They met at a small cafe. Irene arrived first, sat facing the door. When Samuel walked in, she understood immediately why Grace had been nervous. He had Irene's eyes. Not similar, not close, the same. He stopped when he saw her, and for a moment neither of them spoke. Then he smiled, a slow, uncertain smile, and said, I used to wonder if I imagined you. Irene felt something shift in her chest. Something that had been lodged there for months quietly came loose. Me too, she said. They sat for 3 hours. They talked like people who had known each other in another life and were simply catching up. She wasn't weak. She was trapped. There's a difference. Over tea, Grace finally told them everything. She had been young, alone, in a city where she knew almost no one. When Irene was born, she had no money, no support, no family willing to help. The woman who would become Irene's mother, a distant cousin, had offered to take the baby. Temporarily, she had said. Temporarily became permanently. And by the time Grace had found her footing, the legal papers had been signed and the door had been closed. I tried to fight it, Grace said quietly. For 2 years I tried, but I had nothing and she had everything. She looked at Irene directly. I never chose to leave you. I want you to know that. I was removed from your life by people who thought they knew better. Irene sat with that for a long time. Did you ever stop trying? She asked. No, Grace said simply. I just eventually had to accept that trying was hurting you more than it was helping. That answer didn't fix everything, but it filled something in. Sometimes love isn't enough, and knowing that is its own kind of maturity. David came to her apartment one last time. Not to fight, not to beg. He sat across from her and said, "I know what you're going to say." "Then I don't need to say it," Irene replied gently. He nodded slowly. "I love you," he said. "I want you to know that was always real." "I know," she said, "and I love you, but I've spent this entire year finding out who I actually am. And I can't build a future with someone who, even once, even out of love, decided what I could handle." He didn't argue. That told her everything. A man who truly understood would have pushed back, would have said she was wrong. Instead, he sat quietly, because somewhere inside him he knew she was right. He stood to leave. At the door, he paused. "Will you be okay?" Irene looked at him. This man she had loved. This man who had failed her gently. This man who had also tried. And she felt something rare. Gratitude without bitterness. "Yes," she said honestly. "For the first time in a long time, I think I actually will be." He left. She closed the door. No tears this time. Just quiet.
The most complicated love is the love that hurts you and held you at the same time. She went home. Her mother was in the kitchen, same as always. Irene sat down at the table where she had eaten 1,000 meals, done homework, cried over boys, been told she was loved. "I've been angry," Irene said. "I know," her mother replied without turning around. "I'm still angry. I know that too." Irene looked at the back of this woman, this complicated, flawed, fiercely loving woman. "But you are my mother," Irene said quietly. "Whatever else is true, you are my mother, and I don't know how to throw that away." Her mother turned around then. Her eyes were red. She crossed the kitchen and held Irene the way she had when Irene was small. And Irene, who had been so strong for so long, finally let herself cry. Not for what was lost, for everything that was real, even inside the lie.
Forgiveness isn't a gift you give someone else. It's a weight you put down for yourself. Irene didn't call Zara. She showed up. Zara opened the door looking like someone braced for a verdict. "I'm not here to forgive you today," Irene said calmly. "And I'm not here to cut you off either." Zara waited. "I'm here to tell you that I understand now where your pain came from. You were told a secret that wasn't yours to carry, and it rotted inside you. That's not nothing." Zara's eyes filled. "But what you did with that pain," Irene continued, "was aim it at me. And I need you to sit with that. Really sit with it. Not apologize quickly so we can move on. Actually sit with it." "I'm sorry," Zara whispered. "I know," Irene said. "But sorry is just the beginning, not the end." She turned to leave. "Irene." She looked back. "Are we going to be okay?" Zara asked. Irene considered it honestly. "I don't know yet," she said. "But I'm not gone. That has to be enough for now." She didn't come out of this unbroken. She came out of it awake. 3 months later. Irene sat on a bench outside a cafe in a city she had never visited before. Samuel was inside ordering coffee. Grace was parking the car. She looked out at the street, strangers walking past, living their ordinary lives, and she thought about the woman she had been at the beginning of this story. Certain of her family, certain of her love, certain of her place in the world. All of it had cracked open. And in the breaking, something unexpected had happened. She had found a brother she didn't know she needed. She had found a mother who had never stopped looking for her. She had found the edges of what she would and wouldn't accept. And she had found, underneath all the rubble of everything she thought she knew, herself. Solid, quiet, unafraid. Samuel came out and handed her a coffee. "You okay?" he asked. She looked at him, this stranger who had her eyes, this family she had only just begun, and smiled. "Yeah," she said simply. And for the first time in the entire story, she meant it completely.
This story was never about betrayal. It was about a woman who lost everything she thought she was and found out that underneath all of it, she was more than enough. To everyone who watched all 4 parts, thank you for being here for Irene's story. Comment your country one last time and tell me which moment hit you the hardest. Follow Us22 Studio because the next story is already coming and it will find you exactly when you need it.